Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Can you see the smile on my face? Can you see it? It looks like I'm smiling, isn't it? I'm smiling with my fucking big, wonky front teeth. I'm smiling. Ear to ear. And you can't even see my ears. Welcome to another match reaction. West Ham 3, Chelsea 1. Oh, speaking of 1, Chelsea had one more man on the pitch than us. What, and we still won 3-1? What was it? Didn't Chelsea fans say it was going to be our funeral tonight? Today? Oh, it's a sticky one, isn't it? Because I think it ended 3-1 to West Ham United. Not the London Cowboys. Not Todd Bowley's men. Didn't Chelsea spend like 800 million in a year? I don't have the exact figure. Because they spend quite a lot, so I've lost count. Didn't Chelsea sign, what is this Caicedo? 115 million? They were saying on Sky Sports, Jamie Redknapp, he's been rusty, 60 days. Wasn't the last time Edson Alvarez played the Gold Cup? Did he come on and outperform 115 million? Meanwhile, he cost like a fifth of that, roughly. I was just wondering, I was just wondering. I'm just asking questions. Like, you can't come at me because I'm just asking questions, Didn't they say they was going to get their revenge for the handball from last year, even though we got robbed at Stamford Bridge? It's interesting. It's interesting. Thiago Silva, one of the most elite centre-backs in the world, didn't he get bullied by Mikel Antonio today? That's interesting. Enzo Fernandez, was it 105 million? Mr. Penalty, Alphonse Areola saved it. Interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. They were going to end their London Stadium drought, weren't they? Their streak of losing so many games, weren't they? Did that happen? Did anyone watch the game? 3-1, isn't it? 3-1. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad. I've got a new series coming, by the way. The Aftermath is going to carry on. I used to do the Aftermath a bit, but it's going to be about West Ham games that happened on the weekend. I'm going to do an extended match reaction. So you'll see it's taken to extended match reaction a couple of days after the original game. But this is your instant match. Well, I say instant. It's 10 o'clock. I've been out. I went Shake Shack afterwards. I've had a long day. I went to Bat and Ball to watch the Everton game. Then went to the stadium to watch us. Then I went to Shake Shack. Walked a long way around to get in because you can't get back in through the normal way in Westfield. And then I got the train home. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 10 o'clock. And I already got home half an hour ago. And I've just seen the goals on the TV. And I'm going to watch the highlights back. I want to say that first half was shocking. We scored, cash money, Ward-Prowse, corner kick, again, header, Gallagher decided not to jump. Thank God we didn't sign him. Should have accepted the 40 million, Chelsea, shouldn't you? It's a shame. It's a shame, isn't it? Oh, well, at least we got Ward-Prowse. Pochettino, the former scumbag at Tottenham. I actually like Poch, but you've managed both teams that I dislike. So, hold that. What else happened? Then they scored. Bad challenge from Souček, who actually didn't have a bad game, in my opinion. I don't think he should be starting long term at all. But he wasn't this same box-to-box self. But when we had 10 men, he played well. The same with Lucas Paquetá. We didn't play the ball to his feet. We didn't play the ball to feet enough. I'm going to come to that in a minute. Too much long ball football. We had a high line when we were sitting back. We were trying to offside trap them. That's what it looked like. But Nicholas Jackson was probably their best player. Him or Sterling. We struggled with the pace of them two. I was begging. You saw him. If you watched my preview, I was begging them to play 3 at the back because I thought that would be easier for us. I didn't think. When I saw the lineups, I got more confident. I thought we might get something. And I should be more confident in London Stadium against Chelsea. We just always seem to beat them. A bit like how Brighton always beat us, and we'll probably see Brighton beat us next week. But at the same time, you got to be confident going into a West Ham Chelsea game, especially at home. And sorry, I just saw a bit of news from Fabrizio Romano. I'm just checking it's not about West Ham. But yeah, you always got to be confident in a West Ham Chelsea game. It's not about West Ham. It's about João Cancelo. Listen, Chelsea, man, all that money and you're still fucking shit. I fucked up the chart, but doesn't matter. Lucas Paquetá, people are gonna say. I was thinking in the first half, people are gonna say that the whole betting thing got to him. But nah, he performed well in the second half when we had 10 men, but he was not good enough in the first half. The problem is Antonio's not an aerial duel guy, so we kept long balling up to him. But I think Antonio probably gave them a bollocking at half time, saying if you're gonna long ball it, put it to my chest, kind of thing, not just in any space. Ariola got man of the match at the stadium. I'm struggling to know which man of the. I'm tempted to give it to Pablo Fornals for his impact coming off the bench. I know he's not the man of the match because he didn't start, but he played really well. But as I said, Nicholas Jackson gave us problems with his pace going around the outside. Naya Faged, another bad game. I know he scored, but another bad game where you're struggling with strikers. They're targeting you. And you're going to come up. Well, actually, he's not going to come up. He's banned. But you're going to come up. You would have came up against Evan Ferguson next week or Danny Welbeck, and I know Danny Welbeck's old, but he still got it. If not, it would have been João Pedro, and he's good as well. But luckily, he's actually not playing next week. Yeah, Zuma didn't have a good game. I'm sorry. I like Zuma being captain, but and it's rare that I actually say this, but Zuma did not have a good game, and it's rare that he doesn't have a good game for West Ham. But no, we're playing so high up, and Nicholas Jackson was just getting behind, and the system. No, don't get me wrong, the system did help the centre backs today, but at the same time, you got to tell how it is. This is how I see it. Zuma, I have high standards for because I've seen him perform so well for us, and he's so integral, and I'm very confident when Zuma's in our team. Apart from when I see him go down injured, and he performed well usually, but not today. Emerson, another former Chelsea player, did well going forward, but going back really struggled with Raheem Sterling. Luckily, we did have Cresswell today because Cresswell would have done even worse. But Emerson gives you something forward, going on the counter attack. But yeah, it was Raheem Sterling usually performs well against us, especially his Man City days when him Sane and Jesus or him Sane Aguero, unbelievable trios when Sterling used to bag goals against us. I was very afraid of Sterling today, and he got at Emerson a lot. Get around the outside. He's very good on the right wing, Raheem Sterling, and yeah, Emerson really struggled. James Ward-Prowse in general played really well today. I expect instant results from James Ward-Prowse. I'm really big fan of James Ward-Prowse, and in general played really well as well. So I can't complain about him. Ben Rama didn't do enough. He too inconsistent. Didn't test the keeper enough. He didn't have a good game. Bowen was quiet. Bowen was really quiet today. I don't remember many things that Bowen did. Bowen was so quiet that nobody even really talked about his performance. But up until when we had 10 many rows as a striker, I think that's why Moyes wants to play him up front. Because he was doing Antonio's job really well today, and Antonio was starved of service in the first half, but that second half, that goal, sensational, Antonio. Well done to you. What a finish. And he still got it. But we can't keep relying on him week in, week out. And he probably wants to start week in, week out. And I want to keep him. I'll always want to keep him. And people keep saying this. His head is being moved by a move away. But I disagree. I've never thought that. And listen, he's my club legend right there. That's my club legend. And my favourite player that I've seen play for West Ham, because of how much he's done for us year in, year out. And no matter the circumstances, he will always give his all. And thank you for that amazing goal. I've never seen him so excited after scoring. So very gassed for him, apart from obviously when he broke the record. Pablo Fornals and Edson Alvarez were two standouts that absolutely changed the game. Like, I've said this before. Obviously, you guys know my opinion on Fornals. I think he's a bit overrated. I do like him, but he's overrated. What I will say, I've always said this, when we need to see out a game, he is the best player in the world to see out a game. Best player in the world. I'll say that for a fact. That's the first time I said that. If you want to see out a game, this man covers ground like he is two men. I'm sorry about the left wing, popping up on the right wing, popping up in the middle. Because we had, again, sent off, was a horrible tackle, deserved second yellow. You could argue Emerson was lucky not to get second yellowed as well. And we roasted the occasion. We roasted the derby. It's a proper derby game. It's got a bit of history. And yeah, well done to everyone today. I've got criticisms. Like Sufal was probably the worst player on the pitch. I know even again got a red card. Again, Zuma and Sufal probably the worst three players today. But Sufal was fucking dog shit. We keep losing the ball, and Mudryk done him in. Luckily, Mudryk cannot score to save his life. Because it's very early in his development under Pochettino. But listen, thank you guys for watching. The aftermath will be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to have the West Ham fans Premier League roundup on Tuesday because of the Arsenal games tomorrow. So I might just have the aftermath tomorrow. The Mavropanos video hopefully gets announced soon. He's done a medical, so video on him soon. And yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're on new social medias. I'm in the description if you want to follow me, and email for any inquiries. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.